Yeah, it's about that time. If you would, Ms. Marvel, please confirm.
Our most gracious Heavenly Father, Lord, we want to thank you for this day. And we just thank you for all the blessings that you give us. Lord, just thank you for your son Jesus that died on the cross for our sins. And just help us to have this meeting that will be in your honor. These things we ask in thy name. Amen.
If you would be standing, we'll say pledge of allegiance. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Okay, I'd like to go ahead and call this meeting to order. Lucy, would you please call a roll?
Yes, sir. Myrtle. Here. Eugene.
Here.
Mayor Sal.
Here.
Brenda. Here. John.
Here.
Steve.
Here.
Thank you, Mayor. You have a quorum.
All right. Okay. Roll call. I'd like to welcome everybody to our monthly council meeting. If you have a phone, would like to ask that you mute or turn them off. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right. Okay. All right. Everybody got a face covering on, so we're good to go there. And Lucy, would you go ahead and read the minutes from the August 9th meeting?
Yes, sir. Mayor Sal called to order the regular meeting of the council at 7 p.m. on August the 9th, 2021 in the town hall. The invocation was given by Myrtle Van Cleef. The Pledge of Allegiance was recited by all. The roll call was had. The following persons were present: Mayor Arthur Self, Councilors Myrtle Van Cleef, Eugene Kiley, Brenda Lowe, John King, and Steve Brewer. The minutes from the July regular meeting were read. Steve Brewer made the motion to accept as read, seconded by Brenda Lowe. Motion carried. The minutes from the August 2nd special meeting were read. John King made motion to accept them with a correction on the time, seconded by Eugene Kiley. Motion carried. The financials for July were given. Brenda Lowe made the motion to accept them as given. Eugene Kiley seconded. Motion carried. Old business, the weed overgrowth at the intersection of Deansbury and Coppers Hill Road is still in need. The clerk is trying to get Blount County to correct this problem. Mayor Self reported on our FEMA grant application. He said they had requested additional information which Mr. Lee had provided. Curtis Calfee reported that the street light at 663 Coppers Hill Road was staying on all the time. The clerk was asked to have Alabama Power to repair the light at 663 Coppers Hill Road and the one near 260 Smith Sims Road, excuse me. A new business, Brenda Lowe made the motion to replace the office shredder. Myrtle Van Cleef seconded. Motion carried. Steve Brewer said we are still waiting to have a meeting with Commissioner Washburn to schedule our street work. A motion to adjourn was made by Myrtle Van Cleef and seconded by John King. Motion carried. Meeting adjourned. Respectfully submitted, Lucy Kiley, clerk.
All right, any comments, corrections to the minutes from the August 9th council meeting? If not, do we have a motion to accept as read?
I make a motion to accept them as read.
I'll second it.
All right, Brenda has made a motion to accept as read, seconded by Eugene. All in favor? All right, motion carried. Okay, financial reports. And we'll start with all right, now we'll start with the financial reports. The first up will be the County Line General Fund. Our beginning balance was $28,928.98. And our ending balance was $25,686.41. Okay. All right, next up is moving Blount County forward. Beginning balance, $26,768.98. Ending balance is $28,067.71. All right, next is the Capital Improvements Fund. Our beginning and ending balance, $16,096.77. Okay, Rebuild Alabama gas tax. Beginning balance, $14,675.96. Ending balance, $15,573.10. All right, next is the Rebuild Alabama diesel tax. Our beginning balance is $4,766.82. Ending balance was $5,056.86. Okay, next is the 2 and 7 road account. Our beginning balance was $8,972.85. Our ending balance was $8,093.75. Okay, and the last one is the 4, 5, and 6 road account. Beginning balance, $13,083.90, and their ending balance is $13,415.08. Any questions, comments, or corrections to the financial reports? If not, do we have a motion to accept as read?
I'll make a motion.
All right. All right, is John,
John, I'll second it.
all right, John made the, and second by Steve. All in favor? All right, the motion carried. All right, no standing committees, special committees, reports of officers. Any, have you talked to Commissioner
Yes,
this
sir.
month?
I got to have a little meeting with him. This is words that come out of his mouth. I'm gonna try to repeat it as he said it. He said he wanted to come to a meeting, but he didn't have the heart to come tell us that he's gonna have to put us off to the first of spring.
He's gonna have to
said-
what?
Put us off until the first of the spring to get Smithville Road done and Coppersville. He said that, he's got 30 more miles of pavement to do that he's behind on. And he said if the weather gets cool, said he probably won't get to finish that. But on Coppersville, he said, I told him that we had video and showed him how that water runs out through there through in a heavy rain. And he said, well, whatever we need to do or whatever y'all want to do when the time comes, said we'll do it and get it fixed. And that come out of his mouth. That's what he told me. So if we're looking at the first of spring, he said, you know, as soon as they get started paving, we should be first in line
Next year.
next year.
That's more than we've got out there so far.
Yeah, well, you know, the heavy rains and the storms that messed up all these roads, they messed up a lot of roads, and they've had to go in and refix
They
them.
have.
Plus the paving that they had on top of it, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
We got some pothole washouts now. on
Yeah.
Copper Hill.
Now, while they're there and they got the equipment over here, they can fix all of it.
All right, so we just, build our, road funds so that when time comes, we're gonna have the money to, at least supplement what he's doing.
Yes.
So, and maybe we get Coppersville draining the way it's supposed to be to begin with, and it'll eliminate this going forward.
I still feel like that needs some kind of cover put over that stuff, just an open hole that's in that curve.
Yeah,
It's a big hole sitting there.
It's a big culvert
Yeah.
and cover it over.
Yeah. Someday somebody's gonna be unlucky and run
Yeah,
a car off in
somebody
there.
is.
Yeah,
yeah.
Cause you really can't see it.
yeah, you can't see it, yeah.
Well, we've had a couple of places like that in town. Down on Smith Mill, we had a place. I mean, the roadway ended and it dropped about 3 feet.
Yeah.
It's like
And
that
it,
on the opposite side of that road there.
yeah, I mean, it's just, and we also had another place on Dean's Ferry like that, right there by Malcolm's. That pavement in and it had been washed out right up to the edge of the pavement. So, we just have to work around it.
Yeah, well, he was very apologetic about it, you know, so, I'm hoping he's sticking to his word.
They've only got so many in his crew, and they can
Yeah.
only do so much.
Yeah.
So we need to get it done, but I certainly can understand.
Well, I'm sure he's like everybody else too. He's probably understaffed too.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions for Steve? What I muted this, but apparently not. Yeah. Sorry, getting the feedback here. All right, any other questions for Steve on this? Otherwise, we'll just move on to the next subject. Did, the next thing under old business, the first item is the Coppersville Dean's Ferry stop sign.
Yes, sir. I have to say thank you to Mr. Scott here he came by here one day and I was talking about that, and he left here and went down there and took his blade cutter and got those heavy weeds and sprayed that area. Now, I know the people were working down there cleaning that lot off.
Yeah.
I didn't know how much they were gonna clean up, but, I also spoke with, after he did that, I also spoke with Chris, who works with, I forget Chris's last name, works with Commissioner Washburn.
Yeah.
And he told me that he would get out there and put that sign up and that he would look at it himself and make sure that it was, safe. So the sign is up now and the weeds are cut and everything's good, right?
Everything looks
Everything's
good.
safe.
Now, somebody did come up there and cut some of it before they cleared
He
all of
cut
it.
some
I
of it.
did, I went up there and cut back,
Yeah, I knew somebody did,
covered,
Uh-huh.
and cut all that tall stuff,
yeah.
and I stopped by there Friday and resprayed what I could see what you
Well, I had
did.
popped up.
So I
Okay.
sprayed a ton right there, trying to keep it that low
Uh-huh.
so that there won't be another problem right there.
Yeah.
Well, it looks good now. Thank you.
That should be good for a while.
All right.
And it'll help. I spoke to Joan about, keeping her property cut back because it was a hazard. And if somebody did get hurt, that if they could prove that it was a landowner's overgrowth causing them, that she could have a liability.
Yeah.
And she said that man was supposed to cut all that back. So,
Well,
All
none
right.
of that,
Well,
that hasn't been cut this summer until
yeah.
Steve cut it and then they finished, whoever
Uh-huh.
finished cleaning it off. That's the
Alright.
first time it's been
It all
cut.
has to start somewhere. I'm glad we got it.
Anytime you got a problem like that, just shoot me a text and give me an address, I'll go do it, 'cause that took 5 minutes to do that. I'd
Okay,
rather do it
Alright.
myself and be safe and somebody not have a wreck waiting on
yeah.
one county to come do it.
All right,
we
thank you.
appreciate it.
It don't take long to do it, and I'd rather not have somebody get hurt than waiting on one county.
I've got a
Okay.
3-acre spot.
It's a hazard for
Mine's
you.
two. Mine's just 2 acres.
All right, so at least for the time being, that's been taken care of. We'll keep an eye on it,
Yes, sir.
see how it goes. Okay, we still had, next item I have is on the street lights. It's burning all the time. Do we ever get a poll
Still
number?
It's still, they haven't gotten out there yet. I did
We
talk
need a poll
to-
number.
I gave it to her. She-
No,
Okay.
I don't have the poll number. I had 663 Covers Road, but I never got a poll number.
What if
I gave Brenda the phone number.
Brenda, I don't have the poll.
I don't remember.
We texted it to you.
I don't have a poll. But so I can call them back and remind them about that. But she said that, she wanted to know what it was closest to, and I gave her the 2 addresses that, this one is across from that address at 260.
They gotta have that number that's above the light.
Yeah, it's the only one there.
Yeah, well, I told her if they came out there, they would see that, because it's the only one across the street from that, and it's right inside the fence. Isn't it right inside the fence? It's in the edge
Of course,
of the
if
pasture.
you did, I'm
It's
sorry,
in the edge
I've
of the
lost
pasture. It's
it.
inside, yeah, this,
I don't have a,
it is inside the pasture, but it is, hanging over the street.
Yeah, it does.
We'll have to get around and,
Well, I did, I reported both of them.
update my list of polls, get the new numbers on them. So we'll have reference.
I need those, yeah, I need to go out with somebody and make a list.
I'll get you a list.
Well, either that or pick
Over
a
there,
day and
over.
I'll ride with you and I'll write them down on that map.
Do they go like 1, 2, 3, 4?
No,
it's
they're,
It's a SWD and a number, and it's got another letter behind it. It's
So this is what they put those.
yeah, when they put the new lights on, they put new numbers on them.
Yeah, and they're all mixed up
Yeah.
stuff. They're not like 41,
Now, they're not like
42.
numbered down to there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are all, they got a long number on them. And it's above every light. Like the light sits here, the number's right there on the pole, above it.
What we ought to do is number them 1 through, how many lights we got in the city? 1
well, they,
phone number on it. That way, have that list up here of all the
According, what, number
70
one
lights
equals
or 80
this.
lights.
Yeah.
well, I've got a map with all the poles, location that's in the office that I had put the numbers on before they updated the LED lights. And when they updated the LED lights, they changed the pole numbers. So I gotta update my map, and then, if there's a light out, then all I have to do is just, point to the, look at the map and see which pole it is, and we'll have the number readily available. So, I just gotta update that list, or that map, and,
How many lights are in the city? Do you
we
remember?
got,
We've got a
45, 50, there's quite a
What
few,
more do you think?
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's either 53 or 54.
Okay, it's, 41, 6, 5, 1, so it's 5, 6, 13. It's 53.
53.
And the difference in the streetlight bill, what has been creating the difference is the days that they're counting for billing that month. You may have 33, like this month, August had 33 days, and it was 644. Well, when it had 31 days, it was 604. When it had 30 days, it was 586. All with the same number of lights. It's the number of days makes the difference, is what they said.
Well, the,
That's what the man.
prior to the LEDs being put in,
Hard,
what was, prior to the LED update,
okay.
what was the bill running a month?
Prior-
Because it's supposed to be something like $3. It wasn't supposed to be that much difference.
let me go back over here. Let me see, when did the LED start? I know in,
It was during
okay,
the
in
summer.
March, okay, the March bill that was for January and February, from January 21st to February 18th. Let me count the lights on here. They were all different sizes and types. 1, 2. Okay. We only had 40 lights in March on this bill. No, 41. No, that's 40. Yeah, okay. 40 lights, and it was $410.52. But like I said, we've got 53 now.
Okay, well, I guess that's pretty close to being in line, because
Uh-huh.
it was $3 and something per light
Now,
more
this was
for the
41 lights.
LEDs.
We must have had we must have added one right here. In
When we turned them all back on,
Mhm. Okay, this was in March. This was in April. April is 41 LED lights. That was just, this was when they were getting them.
Yeah.
They just started putting them in. And just for 41 LED lights, it was $482. But we've got,
Shouldn't it be cheaper
54.
for LED than the standard light?
it's the initial cost.
The initial cost?
Yeah, they cost more to begin with, although they do run less over time,
So it pays for itself.
eventually.
over a period.
Anyway, all right, so,
Well, it says that they're $33.72 per month is what the agreement was from the lighting services, the municipal account manager, Mr. Richardson, and that's who I spoke with about it, about the bill. And it says your LED fixtures for an additional $33.72 per month. There is no upfront cost for installation. We will start billing for the new amount once the entire process is complete. And the analysis is based on what we are currently billing and can be a little lower or higher based on actual number of lights in the field. So it can
okay,
could vary. But I do think we're better off in the long run.
all right. All right, I appreciate you looking into that, but yeah, that, $3 and something a light more, yeah, that would account by, for the increase. All right, any other questions or comments on the streetlight bill? Okay. My next item on the under old business was, replacement shredder for the office, and it is here.
It is here and working beautifully.
Okay, very good.
Yes. It was about $73 and some change.
All right,
Great.
good.
I appreciate it.
Okay, and my last item under old business, is the nuisance abatement board. We have slated for Curtis to sit on it, along with Cecil Calvert. I have yet to be able to talk to Heath, but I was going to ask Scott to also consider sitting on the nuisance abatement board.
On what?
Nuisance abatement board.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Did you talk with Cecil about it?
No, I didn't talk to him today. I was out of town last week, but I'm going to talk to him.
Yeah, he told me that he would be willing to talk with you about it, but he wasn't going to commit until he talked
Okay.
with you.
I'll call and talk to him. Do we have any other suggestions? Like to have a minimum of 3, possibly 5, to sit on the board.
I asked Terry Ho, but he said he didn't think he needed to commit right now.
Okay. All right.
I would say Michael Robinson, because he's a police officer,
Yeah.
and he kinda
Uh-huh.
has a little bit more knowledge of that kind of stuff. I don't know if he could do it, but that would be my suggestion.
Well, he would have a good input because you as a group, the same, he don't necessarily have to go out, but
Right, but
y'all.
him knowing the law better than us
Yeah.
would be a good thing.
Well, the nuisance abatement board will basically investigate any reports of nuisances that are submitted, and working with the attorney take the appropriate actions to abate any nuisance, any item that we find to be a valid nuisance. So,
Well, Terry asked me this afternoon about what can be, are we gonna do anything about the smoke? Cause they were burning again yesterday.
yeah, we need to, we gotta get the board together.
I
And,
told him that we had not yet gotten everything worked out.
You also got a new camper down there that's being lived in. It's behind the trailer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and there's the bicycle parked. The door of the new camper that's in there. And a bicycle, 2 dogs. And they wouldn't get out of the road this morning when I had to go down the road. And one of them just laid there in the road. And I had to go this way around the dog, and the other one was over here. He just stood there on the side of the road, and I went between the 2 dogs to even get by.
I left
We got some
Yeah.
of those on Copper's Hill. Just lay in the road.
I'll drive down there and take care of that.
Okay, well,
That problem again.
I'll give Cecil a call. I will call him tomorrow. And,
Is that camper the same one that was down here at the corner of Cobbers Hill and Dean's Ferry and that trailer park there? It's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
I don't know, but
Don't
it's
know.
about the size.
It's about the same size.
Yeah.
But I don't know. if
I
it's-
wonder if it is.
It probably is.
Who owns the property?
well, we'll get the board together and then we can start taking
Bubba,
Would not-
appropriate
would that-
actions.
Would not
Think
that
so.
subdivision law where you can't have more than two residents?
Say that
You
again.
know, the thing that we adopted from, Blount County, where they can't put two trailers on one property because you can't have but one residence per parcel? Is that,
It's
Am I
supposed to
reading
have-
That, that's a subdivision ordinance.
uh-huh,
That is not, it wouldn't be considered a subdivision though.
no, but it's,
But I think, our mobile home ordinance
I think that,
specifies, I have to go back and reread it, but, I believe it's only one
yeah, I was.
per lot,
Yeah, per
unless it's
parcel.
identified as a mobile home park,
Uh-huh,
and it has to have a license for that.
uh-huh.
Yeah,
So if it's not a park and it's not licensed as a park, then.
and it's not just sitting there empty, because I got a camper in my driveway that sits empty.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's,
empty, but I
So
mean,
do I.
you can't have somebody living in it.
Yeah, it's, that's a different story.
So how long has that little camper been there?
It's been there a month, I guess, or a few weeks. No, I'm gonna say it was there
Couple, 3 weeks.
couple of 2-3 weeks, because Jen and I went down through there the other day.
and there's a little camper.
Huh?
Maybe that one's down here.
It may be, because it's
But
been
there's
gone.
two campers down there.
The camper, you know, you had, I mean, the trailer,
Instead of
that
one,
other one
because
set
there's
back here,
one-
it's still there.
That little
But the
one
other
they
one
put
moved
in
up
right
there.
there, and then the trailer. And then behind that old garage thing
Yeah,
back
but that
there,
barn.
you know what it is? There's another camper back there,
Yeah,
and they got clothes and all hanging on the clothesline down there.
yeah, there are two, you're right. There's two little ones and then the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the trailer park back here?
No matter,
We're talking about Smith Mill Road.
Smith Mill Road,
Oh,
Smithville,
where,
yeah.
just past the church,
okay, Bubba Brooks
yes,
property.
yes.
All right, well, let's, I'll call, talk to Cecil about it, and, if you have any other recommendations besides Michael,
Talk to Michael, I'll call Michael and ask him.
okay, yeah, and have him give me a call, and, once we just get this decided, then we will issue an appointment letter to every member of the board. Okay. I'm just making myself a note here. All right, that's all I have for old business. I have no news business, petitions, application, complaints, or communications, and no resolutions, ordinances, or other business. Public comments. Anything? Anything from the council? All right, well, that's all I have on my agenda for tonight.
Go ahead, Myrtle.
I make a motion with adjourn.
All right, we have a motion.
Dang, y'all sped through it tonight.
We have a motion to adjourn made by Myrtle.
John.
John is seconded. All in favor? All right, motion carried. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much for coming.